Hello everyone, and today here at Full Bootcamp we are in the process of creating something great. We are working on a SaaS application for Condo, for a building, for managers of HOA, syndicate, and whatnot. And actually, this is the real day one because we are gonna bring from concept to code the whole SaaS application, and you're gonna watch live how I do it. This is actually my third attempt into trying to create a SaaS application with the help of AI. And hopefully this time is the right one, is the correct one. And I'll try to connect live every day from Monday to Friday around between 10 o'clock in the morning to maybe 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and try to be live so you guys can see how I build in public this SaaS application. Maybe you can actually get a nugget or two, and if you have a similar project, if you're a programmer, if you're not a programmer, if you like the field, or if you like the type of SaaS applications I'm going to be creating, because this is for, like I said, the SaaS application for condo managers, HOA syndicates, and so on. But I will be creating, as like I said before, this is my third attempt. I already have an attempt for a scheduling application and also for a POS system. So we're gonna be actually creating a lot of good stuff here in this channel. If you are not yet subscribed, go ahead, subscribe, and actually help me out with the likes so this video and this channel get known from people that have similar interest. So let's go ahead, and this is the real day one. Because I say that because the fact is I've been trying to create this app for the past week, and we have encountered many issues, as you will when you're gonna be creating yours. And what happened is we are kind of stuck between Firebase giving us in an issue. This is Firebase is the one controlling the database, controlling the users, and helping us with the app. And it's a Google application, and there seems to be a problem between the authentication. When somebody signs up with Google, what happens? They should be redirected to a certain page, and when they get redirected, this is when the whole mess happened. But the problem is because I think it's the way I started the application. When I started the application, it was not meant to be a SaaS application. It was meant to be actually for me, because I'm actually a syndicate, actually a condo manager, and I needed an application for myself, for my team. And this is how I started, and I started creating the application. And then as soon as I started gradually advancing, I realized that this application could actually be beneficial for a lot of people, especially there are a lot of buildings everywhere, and people have that type of needs when they want to communicate between co-owners. The co-owners want to communicate with the managing company or with the managing whoever is managing their building, and they have documents to download, they have documents to take to exchange and things like that. They have services requests, they have to keep up a checkbook, they have to keep a maintenance book, and so many needs that they have. And when you do it manually, it takes a lot of work, a lot of time. This is why I want to create this great app in order to facilitate everything and run the operation very smooth. So This is what happens. I got some hiccups, like I said, but my loss is your win, because even though I've been working for the past, I believe it's about 4 days I've been working on this, we're gonna start fresh, we're gonna start brand new, so you guys can see exactly how I go from zero to hopefully completing this application, this SaaS application. So let's not waste any more time, and we are going to use, I used Gemini when I started, but I actually tried all of the AI, and I realized that for me what worked better for me was Grok. But lately Gemini has improved a lot. The 2.5 version is great. Actually, this application I started with Gemini. Let me see if I can go and grab it here. Yeah, as you can see now, they have created Gemini what is called a canvas, where they actually put the code over here in this canvas. Still have a lot of issues. For a small application, it will actually deliver. If you want to make a page, if you want to make a few pages very quick, something maybe like a web front-end application, you'll be able to do it with Gemini really quick. It will have, if you start working in a big application, you'll realize that it's still under construction. They have a lot of issues. He says sometimes, hey, here are the files. Maybe I can grab an example somewhere. Here are the files, and when you go and check, there's no link, there's no canvas for the files, especially if you have multiple files. You see over here, here's the Firebase guide. It should be like this, so when you open, this should open. But sometimes it's gonna give you 2 or 3 files, but you won't see this link to open it. So he says, okay, here you should update these 3 files, and then there's no link, there's no button, there's nothing. Therefore I use Grok, because I realize that Grok does sometimes a better job. Plus I'm already a paying customer, because when I started, like I said, I used back in, this is a project, not this particular application, but another application, a scheduling application. I work with many AI. ChatGPT I gave up very fast, was not suitable. I tried DeepSeek. It's really great, it's really good, but the problem is that it has a lot of issues, in the sense that this kind of control, there are things you can't do, you can ask, and things like that. And at one point it will limit you when it sees that you are asking too much information. They will limit you, and for no reason it will say try later or something. So especially in an application that's gonna take time, sometimes I can work with an AI for 4, 5, 6 hours in a row. So you need the AI to be able to handle that, and this is when really you know how deep the AI is. You see all the errors, you see all the things. If you just ask the AI something really quick, it will deliver. When you have a project like this, where you need the AI to help you with the errors, to help you with this, with that, with many things, then you're gonna realize that the AI still, it's under construction and needs a lot of work. So this was my introduction for this SaaS building application, and I'm gonna build in public, let you guys see exactly how I do it. So we're gonna start over here. We're gonna go ahead and start right here. So we go ahead and start brand new, fresh. I'm gonna say, okay, Grok, Super Grok, I'm on version 3. You have the most powerful model available. Get super grub heavy. Ooh, this one it's actually, but I already have grog and I'm actually paying $30 a month. So I understand why it says super grog heavy. Maybe I have it because I see grog 4. So let's try grog 4. I'm already paying the $30. So let's go ahead and start. I want to build a new SaaS app for condo buildings and HOA. We will build it step by step, making sure everything works well before we move on. This is the first directives I'm giving in order to make sure SuperGrok understands. Now, to set up your coding environment and your things, I think I have created already some videos. This is actually the dude that I watch in order to add overlays to my stream. So when people are going to actually chat with me, I'll be able to chat with them and fix my overlays and things like that. Okay, so I have created many videos about coding and whatnot, about web front end developing, and one of the videos you should watch before we proceed is how to install, configure Apache for PHP and things like that, how to learn programming. This is another good video you can watch, but mainly this is the roadmap. Also, if you're interested to watch the roadmap, a small developing course for beginners I have. But what you need to do is actually see, this is a live server extension. I should actually even install that. I don't have it installed right now, but I wanted to show you a video where I actually do the setup of I'm not sure if I put it here because I put it on my full course on Udemy, but at the end it's not on Udemy anymore. Yeah, I think this is what happens. I didn't put all the videos, and now Udemy kind of removed my full course, so I'll have to upload that into. I'll give the full course on YouTube for free. I have it somewhere on one of my hard drives. But you need to be able to configure somewhere in those videos. I'm gonna look for it in more specifically, but there's one video where I show you how to set up your environment for coding, so you understand what I'm doing right now, because I'm not gonna go from 0. I'm gonna start maybe like from 1. I imagine you already installed Node.js. I imagine you already installed VS Visual Code, and you have a little bit of knowledge on how the coding works. If not, like I said, I have a bunch of videos you can go and watch, beginners, on how everything is done. Anyways, so this is the introduction. So let's go ahead with Grok and move on. Here it's the rundown. This is the way I want the application to go. A home, a HOA admin will come to our landing page, and he will see a free trial button. Click on it and get a 7 days free trial. So that's the way I want my application to go, to give them 7 days trial. The price monthly will be $39.99. I have all this already set up in my head and maybe even in a small document, because like I said, I've been working this for 4 days, so you're lucky that I'm gonna kind of restyle all over so you can enjoy yourself with this software. So the price monthly will be $39.99, and the yearly plan will get $100 rebate if paid in full. Also, if user subscribe to any of the plans, it will receive an additional 10%. We're doing Prime Day here. We're going discount over discount. We'll receive an additional 10% if he subscribe in the first 7 days. Promotion available. Okay, so this is what the rundown of the software I want. Now I want to create it with Vite because I already have a little bit of knowledge with Vite. I want to use Material UI because Tailwind, oh my god, I spend days, hours, and maybe weeks trying to fix Tailwind, and it gives me error after error after error. I do not suggest. Material UI works well, and at the same time, what I like about it is even when you get errors, you're still gonna see the whole design, the styling. That's for CSS, for the styling, for the colors, for the icons, to put the website nice. So we're gonna use Vite, React, Material UI, and Firebase. This is the setup I want because I'm kind of, I could even maybe do it with what's its name is MySQL, but Firebase, hopefully if I get another blockage, for some reason we get stuck, then I'll change to MySQL, but for now we're gonna use Firebase. So we have Firebase, Vite, React, Material. First, buyer will land on a marketing sales landing page. So that's gonna be the first interaction to our website with features, benefits. Always just about always the same on every application. Look around and you're gonna see every app out there, it's made this way. Features, benefits, frequent questions, maybe contact information, what else, and testimonials. Like that. I think it's about it. Feature bands, testimonials, content. Perfect. The menu bar, let's talk about the menu bar. The menu bar will have how it works, pricing, FAQs, contact, and what else? Free trial, light green button. I have to specify, because if not, it's gonna put me a dark one, and dark one is not necessarily well for the eyes. Try a light green button. What else? By the way, you guys can see this. Let me try to see if maybe what am I doing here? Oh, I'm trying to this thing. Okay, is it better? Oh, okay, let's try to put it in the middle. Well, not really in the middle here. So for those that were not able to read, maybe it was too small, you were on your phone or something, here's the whole thing. I'm not gonna read it over, just rewatch my video maybe. Okay, so now we have the light green button. We need a login icon and login link. The free trial button will land user to sign up form. Both login and sign up has email, password, and also sign up and log in with Google for easy access. So this is the first thing. Second thing, this is done. I'm not gonna give it too much information. We're gonna go, because sometimes when you give it too much, in any case, then you'll have some errors and you'll have to come back, and then you have to scroll for pages and pages and pages, and it's not good. So we're gonna try to do it step by step. So I think we can already start with this, but let me also get to the second page right away. So because I already know how it works, it's gonna go fast creating all this, and which is good for you, because since I've done it, it's gonna go fast. So here we go. Now I'm gonna say after sign up, they will land. I'm not sure why I have OBS here on the bottom. Should be able to close this or not. Why do I have OBS on the bottom? Anyways, okay. sign up, they will land on a welcome page that will serve as a sales pitch page, trying to convince user to buy into the promotions for first time users. Also given them all the features with 2 cards with an upgrade button on each card, one for monthly and one for monthly, one for yearly, one for lean, and a small link, skip and continue trial. Okay, so this is for the sales page. After after that's gonna be the payment. So if they decide to upgrade, it would be the payment. So we're not gonna get until then for now, because if not, it's gonna be too much information for Grok, I believe. What we can actually do now is tell him the way I want it, code the files that I want. So please create an out context out form app g6 what else, landing marketing page. This is the first page. We're gonna need the welcome page, maybe a navbar page. We can probably also use a footer page. I'm trying to divide this thing so then if there's an issue, then it's gonna be easier to find the error. If we actually create pages, we divide instead of him putting everything on app GSX, and make sure the routing is done properly. This is when we're gonna go from page to page, and yeah, we're gonna see then from here. I think this gives us the basics. So this is, then we're gonna say here, guide me as I am a newbie. Go step by step for the setup till completion. Okay, so I think we gave him all the information that we needed to give him in order for us to create our application. I hope you're enjoying this content. If you are, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We're trying to get to at least 10 likes on this video. If you're enjoying this massive project that we are creating, and if this one goes, if we succeed, we're then gonna create many other projects like a point of sale system, software and application, scheduling application in order for you if you want to be selling digital products, if you're a coach, if you're a coach, if you're a consultant, if you have a business and you need software to help you into your consulting business, also we're gonna be creating that. But the first project that we are creating is this one here. So I hope you enjoy, I hope you like. And now let's see what Grok comes with. Now we're gonna reduce this, reduce the size. This is why I was seeing OBS, sorry guys. Let me know if you guys like this size or if I should increase the size. Let me know which one it's better. Let's go on to my chat to see. Still nobody has shown, so we're waiting for people to come into this channel. Hopefully they'll find this channel because it's filled with great information for you guys. Okay, so first let's get your project set up. I'll guide you through this step by step. As a beginner, we'll start with the initial setup, dependency, build contents and everything. Perfect. Make sure you have Node.js 18. Maybe this is one of the things that I did not do in my terminal. So let's go and see Node version and npm. What are the versions that I have? Maybe this is one of the things that I did not do. Whoa. Let's go here. React projects. There's no version 22, I see. We're gonna click on shift, right click on the mouse and see. PowerShell sometimes does not give all the information. It gives a bunch of error. Let me see this time. No, this time it was okay. So we have version 22.17 and then npm version, npm it's 10.9.2. so 18 and higher is good. Perfect. So we have it. So now we're gonna run this command. So let's start with this. Let's create this. You want to install the packages? Yes. Create v React. This is the thing he didn't tell me, but I believe I want a React application. I want TypeScript and scaffolding project is done now. Run. Let me see if we run it. Actually, we're gonna change first. See, it gives you exactly what to do. CD. You can just copy this if you want. Control C. Paste it anyway. And now it's installing npm. And then we're just gonna do npm run dev. Once again, let me try to zoom on this thing. Okay, over here you have, so you saw the way I did it. I created the application, the Vite application. Create the Vite. This is the name HOA SaaS app. It's gonna be a React application. We select the frame React, we select the variant, TypeScript, scaffolding project, done, now run. And then we do a CD, change directory, and we change the directory. We install all the modules from Node, and then we're gonna run it. We're gonna run the application. So 48 packages, 189 done, 190 in 12 seconds. So now we can run this application. This is to run the project. And now this is the link where your project will be. Usually when you hover over it, it will give you the link. If not, just copy this, Control C, then let me bring back this. We're going to open an application. Let me see first. Yeah, it should be, let's open a new one. I'm gonna copy over here. I'm gonna paste over here the local 5173. This is where the application, and as you can see, we have created a Vite React count 0 edit and all that. This is, it means we have a React application with Vite. So our project is actually working, it's running. So we're gonna continue, and now that we have completed the whole step, everything is done. We are already here. We did 5 steps already. Now we're gonna install additional dependency. We need material, like I said, Firefox, React router, and the icons. So we're gonna go ahead and copy all this, and we'll do all the installs. We can open a new one here. Now we need to find where we are, which will take a lot of time, and I don't want to waste time here. So go back here, shift on your keyboard, then right click, and then you open again, because that's gonna open right here on this folder. Now we're gonna do a CD, and just do tab, and then you see the files that are available. You tab again, and now you see this is the application, HOA SaaS application. Now we are in the right folder, and we want to paste all the commands to install. We paste anyway, and it will start. So now it's installing the material for the icons, for the styling, the CSS. The icons are here, the emotions, so we can put a nice design on the layout and have CSS controlled by material to probably improve our design skills. But in this case, you're not doing much. You don't need to be a developer, you don't need to be a programmer to do this, because all the big job is done by AI, in this case Grok. So now we go to the other command, npm install react router DOM. We're gonna just press enter. So let's see, install material, this is 1, install Firefox, this is 2, install React DOM, this is 3. Let me go and compare to what he had. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, emotions, icons, 4. So those are done. 4. Yeah, 1, 2. How am I seeing only 3? Okay, this here's the emotion. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is installed. Now we can move on. Go back to Grok. Now we're gonna set up console Firefox, sign in like this. We're gonna add a project. We're gonna initialize Firefox. Now I think it's a good time to bring in Visual Code. So let's go back here where we are. Let's CLS to clear all this. And now we can do code dot, and we press enter, and that should bring Visual Code. If you have not installed it, like I said, go watch one of my videos in order to see how to do this, how to install properly. Okay, so now we are right here. The application is there, all the files have been created. This, the source, this is gonna be the main folder where we're gonna be working with, and we're gonna create right away the first file, which will be Firebase config.gsx. I believe this is the name. Let me go and confirm it's right. It's correct, the name. He called it Firebase. It doesn't matter, Firebase.js or Firebase, it's up to you. And this information you get it from Firebase. Okay. I already have this done. Not sure if I should do it again. But because you are here, we are going to, let me go and see. Full bootcamp. This is my channel over here, and we're supposed to be live right now. Okay, so we have 2 people watching this live. Welcome back, welcome to those 2. I'm not sure if you are subscribers or not. Welcome. Let's go and see our chat here. Try to refresh. Where's the refresh button here? It's not there. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go, and we've done this already. We've done the creation of all that, the authentication. Since we want to make sure that this works, you know what, we're gonna go and restart all over. At this point we want to do things properly, so we're gonna create a project, and we're gonna name it the same name that Grog gave us. So you go to here, https console firebase google.com. This is where you're gonna land, and we're gonna call it exactly like he says over here, HOA SaaS application. There you go. I'm gonna continue here, create, continue, select an account. We already have an account. If not, you can create an account. I already have one. And now we're gonna create a project. And you have nothing to do other than wait until Google Firebase creates the project. So as you can see, this is not really difficult. You just need to put some focus, some attention, and you'll be able to succeed and create your own SaaS application and start making money. If you have a good idea, a good project, you can actually succeed. Your Firebase project is ready. Continue. So now we are fresh. Get started by adding to your app. I've done this, so I know what's the next step. But let me see what he says over here. Yeah, there you go. So I already knew the step. Create over here this. The way you do it, you go here. You press on web, which is those two brackets with the /. You press on there, and then you're gonna register an app. We're gonna give another name here. My web app. Add Firebase to your web app. App nickname. Let's call it my SaaS app. If you want hosting, in this case we don't want, we're just gonna register the app, and this is what's gonna give you the configuration. There you have it. This is the configuration. So this information is the one you need. So what you're gonna do is come down here, take this, what Grok gave you. We created fire config because it's a configuration file. Gonna go on Visual Studio, it's already created. I'm gonna paste the content here, but you see here your API key, your project ID, and all this. We're gonna replace this by what Firebase gave you. So we can take it from here. Those are the comments. Control C. We bring it down here and we replace it over here. Now we're gonna Control S to save, and this part is done. So we are already here, and we need to create a folder structure. Now let me just see here if there's something else after that. Continue to console. Now let's go to the console. We've done. Perfect. So that part is done. Now Grok says, okay, we're done with the configuration. We created the project. We created the Firebase. Once I finish this, if I'm able to fully complete my application, I'll do a guide, a step-by-step guide for you guys, so you guys can see exactly how to do it yourself, step by step. But you have the AI if you want to just follow what the AI say. But I'll go also and do my own skip steps and things that we need and we don't need. So we need to create now folders. These subfolders: component, pages, context, source we already have. So component, pages, and context. Component, so we go here, components. We need that folder. We need oh no, see, I did it wrong. I don't want a subfolder under, because at this point I will have sources, components, and then below. I don't want it below, I want it on the source. And this time I want to call pages. And once again, go back to source, src, another one, context. So now we have these 3 folders done. Now it should look like this. Yes, it does. Now we're gonna set up, this will handle the authentication. Auth context is to sign up, log in, log out. Perfect. So we go here. Once again, on context, we're gonna create a file. We're gonna call it add context dot like this. Control V, Control S to save. Oh, the C, we're using the camel system. There you go. So we have it. Now we go down explanation. If you want to read the explanation at this point, we want to advance. Create auth form. Perfect. So I'm just gonna copy this like that. I don't need to type it. And this is, I'm surprised that this goes on the components, the auth forms. Hey, it's a component. Okay. See, I would have put it on the auth context, but I would be wrong. So it's here. I'm gonna copy the code. Control S. Oh, now we have the first error. We have Houston, we have a problem. Context, auth context. Some reason it's not finding it because this is before I changed the name. This is the problem. I renamed it, so let's see. Two dots, / and then it should give me here context here. Oh, still crying. Differs from the already included file. Outcome only is casing. The file is in the program because the root file is specified for compilation. This is because I changed the name of the file. Imported via context from file F project HOA. Okay, what's going on? Context. Let me go to the context here. Do I need to save it again? What happened here? Context. I have the right name. App source auth context only is in casing. This is before. This is before I made a change, but we only have created two files. This one and this one. We already having this problem here. It's when I changed the name, something went ballistic. What if I erase this? Okay, now I go on context. I'm gonna create again. Context. This is a spelling issue. It's nothing major, but for some reason Visual Studio is crying. And there you go, we got it resolved. Perfect, no more errors, no more problems. There you go. I don't think you're gonna have this problem because you're probably gonna copy the right name, not like me. Okay, let's go continue. Create auth form. This is done. Auth form. Just make sure, because I've been doing so many things that I don't even know if I did the right thing. Control A, Control V. Control S just to make sure. In any case, the browser will tell us if there's an issue on the console. Now we're gonna do navbar on the components. This is also a component, step 7. Navbar right here. It's a file. Nav. See, like that. Let me see before I do it, because I don't want the same problem. No, it's with the V is small. Oh no, hope it's not gonna give me problems again because I changed the name. Okay. Navbar is done. Now let's go with footer GSX. It's a very small file, but you see, whenever you're gonna wanna change the footer, it's gonna be easy to find it. That's why I wanted to do it like that. Separate the separation of concerns, and then footer, if I'm able to spell it right. There we go. Footer done. So we're advancing with a step 9 right now, creating landing marketing page. Let's copy it from here so I don't make any mistakes. Pretty sure that you are excited to actually see what it looks like, because you don't want to be seeing this code and things. You want to see the action. I know how it goes. So pages, Control V, and we're gonna copy this into the file and Control S to save. I'm trying to work mainly with my keyboard, and we have a welcome page. Welcome page is ready. See, what's good about when we have a lot of steps to do, I let time, because if not, you're gonna see that if I go too fast, Grok will still be working on the code, and then you have to wait and wait. So like that, I like it better. Everything is done, and I'm able to advance faster. So we're gonna create a file welcome page. I think that's the way it was. Yes, 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 yes. What happened? He didn't like it. Welcome page. What's the problem now? Let me go and check it. We have a problem, Houston. We have another problem. Again, context. What was the problem with the context? We fixed that already. What is the problem? Why you don't like context? It's right here, context, and then right here. Why you don't like it? What about, they're gonna like this? No, still doesn't like it. Why? That is the question. One problem with this file, and it says what? Function, car actions, prop, car react, action demo. I don't want to speed errors yet. To file name differs from already included file name f react project only in case is casing. You see, for some reason it reads the old file, which don't have a case over here. So you know what, let me close then. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Control S. I'm gonna refresh this. Just gonna close Visual. I'm gonna go back over here, Shift, left side, PowerShell over here. Now we're gonna put code to reopen Visual Studio, hoping that this resolves the issue once this friend is reloaded. And yes, it did. Okay. You know the usual monkey solution: close the app and restart it, and then for some reason things work. Go figure. Okay, this is done. You can read some explanation over here if you want. We are at step 11, set up routing in the source. Now this is not on the components, not on the pages. This is directly on the source. Remember that. App. Oh, this is strange. This is TSX. This is not GSX. Am I been doing something wrong all this time? I've been calling it JSX, and this one is TSX, TypeScript. So I don't know if this gonna give a problem as well. Gonna rename it because you see that it doesn't like the renames. Update imports from always. Yes. Okay. Yeah, you have the first error over here. He didn't like it. Control V. Since we're gonna modify this one too, let's call it JavaScript instead of TypeScript. Means the error is still there. And we're gonna copy this. The code, this is small code. Control all. And the error is gone. So now we are in test mode. This is what you guys been waiting for. Step 13, test the app. We're about to test the app right now. We're gonna run this command and we're gonna go and check it out right here. And then that was the end of Grok step-by-step guide on this first day of creating the SaaS application. So let's go and try it out, because I know you guys are waiting for that. How do we try this out? We have to open a terminal. I can do it from here still. Yeah, I believe do it from here because I'm already in the app. So if I do npm run dev from PowerShell, should be able to run it. And now if I go back, remember when we were over here we had the Vite and React. Now look, now we are screwed. We have a blank page. The first error, failed to load the resource. The server responded with status 404. Wow, we have serious problem here. From the main TSX, we have the same problem that we change. We kind of close this thing and reopen it again. We're gonna control C this. We'll do code again because it's showing the main as a TypeScript file, and now we change it. See, analyzing the main and its dependency. So I think this was given the error. Hopefully that's the problem. Can probably press go live here as well. Now we're gonna run dev this. Sorry. And see if we have more help. still a problem, aborted 404. So we're gonna have to ask our friend I want to open a terminal here too in order to make sure. I'm gonna open a new terminal here because sometimes when you run it from here you get errors that are not sure why. Let me see. Grog, we need help. There's a 404. Abort the mission from the main TSX, but I'm not using TSX. Let's see if he's able to see that I'm not using TSX. Why is it saying TSX? Was before the change of the name. It's the first time I realized that it will actually give errors for the name conventions, the way you name files. I thought that renaming something would actually, there you go. I think he's actually finding the reason. GSX or TSX, there you go. That's the problem. I think he realized what I just realized. It's something to do with the renaming. Total insufficient, so let's try browsing the index file directly. The best approach to advise checking index script. Okay, this browser in the case is attempting to load TSX, but we don't have a TSX, we have GSX. Name modify the script module. This is on the what? On your index HTML. Okay, let's go and find it. See, Windows HTML is looking for this. There you go. Okay, we change it to this. It's one letter. TSX TypeScript to JavaScript, and it gives errors. So we change the HTML index because it's sending us the root to this file, and that file doesn't exist. The file that exists is GSX. So now we go back into this guy here, and we're gonna say page reload. Let's do a Control-C and do it again. Make sure we don't find the same error, and let's go and see the browser. Okay, the error is gone, but now we have another one. And sort context. Oh, does file exist? Of course it does. Of course it does. Why it says it doesn't exist? Resolve file exist. Okay, yeah, I know that. I don't even need Grog to find the problem. It's again naming. It's all about naming. You see, my file is called Firebase config, and this guy is looking for Firebase, so he's never gonna find it because there's no such file. So we're just gonna change it to this, and should resolve the issue. Okay, perfect. So the issue is gone, but now we have another issue. Welcome to, oh, okay. We have the application. For some reason the styling is not applying. This is one first error. And then we have error code 400 message configuration not found, domain, and all this. So let's address this first before we actually start talking about the design. But at least you can see now we got the design. It's not really pretty. I'm not sure if it was intended this way. but we're gonna address this later. The design is really poor. Okay, and let me just click here to see. Yeah, we get into a form. The form also is not properly formatted. The login, it works too. They are both not formatted, but what I want to address right now is these errors over here. Let me see what I didn't read this. If you want to use TypeScript instead of, you prefer TypeScript. TypeScript gives too much problems, man. It's very strict language, which some programmers love, but you know what? I don't want to waste time. Already here, you see how many errors you get. Imagine tripling the errors because of TypeScript. TypeScript, I can tell you, is very, very strict. It's not gonna let you pass the some conventions like any, like many things. All right, so API, what's the problem here? We have a problem with the API. Google API relying on project config, bad requests. The error browser console is 400 points. Your Google Entity Toolkit used by with a specific configuration. This typically in the case of Firebase authentication config couldn't be retrieved often because the API of your Firebase file is validly incorrect or is not associated with a valid Firebase issue. The key shown in error appears to be a placeholder and a sample key. Copy from a tutorial before rather than the one actual project won't work. The sample keys hasn't been enabled. Firebase thing hasn't been enabled or properly set up in your project's console. Go back to the console, select your project, settings, scroll to your apps. I want to click up the entire. Yeah, I did that. Okay, let's go back into the Fire here. Let's click on authentication. Get started. The only thing I didn't do is that. I want to put email password enable. And then save. So basically I have Gemini here also that can help me. I'm gonna add another provider, which is gonna be Google. We'll enable it. I'm gonna use this email. Select satisfy clients web. What is this? Now it's gonna fill it up on its own. I'm not sure if this is gonna help the project or not. Yeah, all the errors are gone over here, so I guess that's what it was. Perfect, excellent. So this is gone. No more issues on the console. It's very good news. Now we're gonna talk to him about the layout because I don't like the layout. Okay, perfect. Okay, no more issues on the console. Console is empty. Now can you please fix the layout and the colors? The website, it is poorly designed. Add icons, cards, content, colors, and much more. Make it appealing. Add a hero on the landing page. Add let me see what else. Not even questions. As questions, testimonials. Come on, man, you did a very poor job. Add hero on the landing page with images, maybe a carousel. Also add features, benefits. Think about all the things we can do for a HOA or building, managing company when it comes to, guys, in about 3 minutes I'm gonna take a break, have some cereals and relax a little bit. I think I've been on this project for a while, but I gave you a big overview on how you can build your SaaS application. I hope you're enjoying. If you are, go ahead and subscribe and like and chat with me if you wanna continue this adventure. This is gonna be my schedule. Usually around between 9 and 10 in the morning I'll be on, and also I'll try to also in the afternoon connect again almost every day, and at night it's a little more difficult, but yeah, that's gonna be my schedule. Managing the company when it comes to software. Add more testimonials with faces. Add FAQs concerning the HOA. Add pricing cards. With upgrade button. Make it as if you would be the head designer for Shopify. Let's see. So we got most of the errors done, most of the issues. Hopefully you're not gonna run into a lot of issues. As you can see, we can actually solve them pretty easy. Now for now, Grok, it's gonna start working on the design, giving me a hero section with images, with maybe a carousel. Also, we want to put more features, more benefits, and help the HOA or the building managing company with this software, and hopefully we can complete this SaaS application. This is full bootcamp. For now, I'm out.